Recording is on.
So, good evening, all of you. This is our 11th session of advanced manufacturing processes. Okay, and we are at unit number our 2. Okay, sheet metal working. And in previous class, we covered uh, topic die design. Okay, where we see the various parts terminologies which are used to make a assembly of a complete punch and die. So in that we saw the screws and dowels, how they are important and how they are uh, need to calculated their dimension size. Okay, and what are their functions. Okay. Then we covered the die block. याचा पण एक हाईटचा फॉर्म्युला मला तुम्हाला द्यायचा आहे गाईज. Okay. So according to the thumb rule, we can decide the height and thickness of the die block. Okay, but for particular application, you can calculate that height also with that formula. So at the end of this class, I will tell you on the whiteboard. Okay, so we covered die block, what is die block and how it is designed. Okay, what are the some necessary key points while designing, or what are the factors affects the die design, your die block design, size and shape. Okay, so some thumb rules are used according to the stock thickness and according to the blank perimeter. Okay, so some we saw how the from that table you can take the thickness. Okay, then we uh, also saw how the distance you can keep from the outer periphery of die block for your die opening for particular application. Okay, this as example, this is a capital A distance which is kept from the this vertical side of the die block for particular die opening. This is a square die opening and this is a hole. Okay. Next, we saw the die opening, why it is important, how the taper angle is given, how much amount of taper angle is given. Okay, why it is important to give taper angle. Okay, याच्या रिलेटेड पण अल्फा अल्फा जो आहे टेपर जो रिलीफ अँगल आहे विच इज कॉल्ड अल्फा, त्याचा पण फॉर्म्युला मी देईल. देन वी सॉ the punch design. Okay, how the punch you can design according to your die opening and die. Okay, so in that we saw the different type of your punch line. Okay, then we saw the types of punches, plain punches and pedestal punches. Okay, in plain punches, it is a simple block of hardened steel, right? And how the screw and dowels are to be located on that, at least it is 2 times the screw and dowel diameter of the cutting edge should be located at 2 times of the screw or dowel diameter. Okay. This is a figure where it is placed diagonally. Okay. Generally, we place screws and dowels diagonally. Okay. Then we saw the pedestal punches where the flange is provided and the opening diameter is very large as compared to the your piercing diameter. Okay. Then we saw to while during piercing, it is a high probability to punch get damage or it start rotating itself due to the play inside the punch holder. Okay, so how you can resist or how you can prevent that, we saw that through the fastening with some four arrangements. Okay, and it is very easy to replace your uh, broken punch or any uh, breakdown punch. Okay, so these are the four arrangement we saw. Okay, so each have a different application or different way to operate. Okay, next, now this is a shredder punch. Actually, these are the injectors. You can say injectors it is acts as a ejectors. Okay, and why it is used? Because when the punch apply the force and blank is it cuts the blank, the whatever the slugs is remains with that. Okay, so it remain attached to the punch, and it try to come upward with the punch, that sheet metal. Okay, so for that we use the shredder, or we can say uh, this shredder is also called as a slug injection. Okay, so whenever the material is try to clings with the punch face, and it try to come along with the return stroke of the punch. Okay, then this slug ejection or shredder is used. Okay, so air pressure they use. First of all, see how it is. See, this is a different type of punch shredders are used. So A is a spring. Okay, so it is a spring arrangement. So it is exactly at the center of the punch, where you can remove the slug or your sheet metal by this spring arrangement. Okay, this is a spring. This is a ejector pin. Okay, some rubber inserts are also used. Okay, so that it will not get attached or get stick to the punch face. Or this is a air pressurized air vent is provided, so you can maintain a pressure, and you can uh, maintain the gap between that. Okay, so spring actuated shader pins are located at the center. Then air pressure may also be used to prevent the slug pulling. This method is more complicated and also tends to blow the lubricant away from the cutting areas. Okay, so making the arrangement in between the punch, so it will very complex, because main what is the function of punch is to transfer the force. Okay, required amount of force to get a clean cut. Okay, so design this kind of shaders is very difficult and complex. Okay, so this is about the shader. Okay, this is also you can call as a slug ejection. Okay, normally guys, the die itself supposed to restrain the slug from moving along with the punch. Okay, because we another we use also a strippers are also used for that purpose also. Okay, but some but if slugs are very small sizes, uh, which are creates by using a thin sheets, then the whatever the spring back produce is too small. Okay, because by naturally the material is get tends to separated from the punch surface because of the spring back. But whenever the small sizes punches, small sizes of strips are used, or your blank is small size, then the spring back whatever produce is small. Okay, so then that time the slug is likely to be drawn along with the punch. Okay, that's why these ejection pins are or shredders are used. Yes, hello, no doubt na. Okay, so these shredders are generally used. Okay, so spring type rubber inserts are most of the time is used, or you can use the your air line pressure. Let's see now. Next is the punch calculation, guys. So in punch calculation, first is the compression strength. Okay, so compression strength, as formula given, it is calculated by F by A, and it is generally this formula used for the small punches. Okay, not for the heavy punches. And uh, get punch calculation are generally depends upon the ratio between the length and the cross section, how much your length and how much the cross section of the punch. Okay, so according to that you can give the dimension of punch in calculated. Okay, So compression stress is formula is given. It is simple stress F by A. What is F is a punching force which is acted, and A is a punch cross section area. Okay, so A is a punch cross section area, whether it is circular or square or at a particular design. Okay, and which is should not be greater than the permissible compression strength. Okay, stress, which is generally is near about your 980 MPa. Okay, 950 MPa. Next is your buckling calculation, guys. Okay, this is also important formula, buckling, whether uh, the critical force is the important parameter. Okay, and when if you have a punch where the end of that punch is free, and another case is where your punch is guided with the help of some uh, blank holder or a stripper. Okay, see the figure first. See, this is the two cases, and according to these two cases the length of this punch is decided. Okay, so this is the first case A, where this punch is free at the end. Okay, this is the starting leading edge and this is the free end. So this is the total L. Then you can calculate your length as this. Okay, and when it is guided, if it is a guided punch means it is this is a your blank holder or it is a stripper maybe. So it is guided with the this stripper or blank holder. So this is called as a guided punch. So that case you have to consider this much of length of this punch is important for the calculation purpose. Okay, this is the two conditions where one end is fixed and another end is free. So one end is of the punch is fixed and another end is free, and second case is one end is fixed and another end is guided. Okay, so for the first case, if punch is fixed at the one end, then this is a critical force. Okay, so you can calculate the critical force acting on the punch is called it's calculated by the I square E I minimum by 4L. So I minimum is a second moment of inertia, okay, which is dependent upon the cross section area of your punch, and L is a free length of the, सॉरी हे प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक झालंय, लंच झालंय, पंच पाहिजे, ठीक आहे, आणि E is your modulus of elasticity. So in this with this formula you can calculate your the critical force acting on the punch. Okay, so critical force is a force where it is acted on the your actual working length of your punch. Okay, and whatever the force acting by the ram on the punch is your punch force. Okay, so this is a two different uh, terminology regarding the force. Okay, so whenever if your critical force is equal to your punch force, guys, okay, then how you can calculate the length of your punch is given by this formula, this L max. Okay, if the critical force is uh, equal to the punch force, then the length of punch will be decided by this formula, which is under root pi square E I max. Okay, then 4LD in bracket 0.8 UTS. Okay, so in this with this formula you can calculate your length of maximum length of punch. Okay, where capital L is a length of cut. Okay, and length of cut, and capital D is the thickness of your strip material. Okay, you can note it down. Here it is not mentioned. Okay, what is L and T, and UTS is your ultimate tensile stress. Okay, so you can calculate this maximum length of punch when critical force is exactly equal to the punch force. Okay, in next case where If punch is fixed at one end and guided at another end, then the critical force you can calculate with this formula 2 pi minimum by L square. Okay, and uh, generally the maximum length of guided punch is 2.8 times greater than the free end punch. Okay, so what is the critical length or maximum length of guided punch is generally 2.8 times the greater than the free end punch. Okay, this is an important point to be noted or to remember while designing the particular length of your punch. Okay, so till now any doubt please ask in punch, guys. Because generally why it is needed to make the 2.8 times greater, because the critical force generally exerted by the guided punch is greater, guys. Okay, than the your free end punch. That's why this is the maximum given that maximum length of guided punch is 2.8 times larger than the free end type punch. Okay, so generally we use this formula while designing the most of the time your punch is guided. Okay, and for very less application your punch is free ended punch. Okay, any guys doubt, any please ask. Okay, no. One more important point regarding this you can remember, for any punching of any material, guys, while the shearing stress, okay, tau, should be आता हा पॉइंट आपण मागे घेतला होता 295 MPa जो आपण बघितला होता की should not be greater than 295 MPa. So in that case the punch you can diameter you can take the larger than the your available sheet thickness. Okay, whenever your tau, what is the condition for that? Tau should not be greater than the 295 megapascal. Okay, and this case is also important. Designer taken care while designing the small holes. Okay, in a your uh, small hole producing on the thick sheet material. Okay, so this is all about the punch calculation. Okay, where the compression stress is defined and the your buckling calculations are depend upon. Okay, so two cases, one free end and one is guided end. Okay, can I move for further slide? If any doubt, please ask in the chat, or you can let me see the chat any question, or you can ask through your mic also. There is no question. गाइस फास्ट होतोय का स्लो करू, अजून एक्सप्लेन करायचं आहे? ओके, पुढच्या स्लाइडवर जायचंय का मागच्या 2-3 स्लाइड अजून सांगू? ओके, चलो. So next terminology which is related to your punch is your backup plate. Whether uh, it is required to keep the backup plate put it between the punch plate and punch holder or not. Okay, so it is also depend upon the whatever the critical forces or forces acting on the punch. Okay, and generally they are provided for the small punches, guys. Okay, so backup plates are generally used when we are going to use a your small punches. And what is the purpose of using the your blank? Wait. So what is the purpose of your using the backup plate? Backup plate is also we called as a pressure plate or punch plate. Okay, punch plate which holds the your punch. Okay, so it acts as a cushion as we saw in first class. Okay, in terminology. So it is acts as a cushion because the whatever the pressure force is came from the ram to punch holder, it is transferred through the this backup plate. Okay, so generally it is used when we use the small punches. Okay, so the punch plate or it is also called as a punch retainer, and it is very closely fitted to the body of the punch. Okay, and it's hold it's in proper relative position. Okay, and also similarly it acts as a cushion. Okay, so the backup plate is provided to take the cutting force on the punch head. Okay, for it is also provide the cushion as well as base. Okay, and it provides also the insurance against the punch deflection when the punch does not have any flange or shoulder, such as shown in your figure. See guys, here there is no flange is provided. Then that kind of whenever you are going to use this kind of punch, you can use a backup plate. Okay, so it's provide a base and insurance against the your punch deflection. Okay, and when this case when you there is no flange is provided on the top of the face of the punch. Okay, and it is also help to not means your hardened punch. Okay, for being pushed into the your softer punch holder. So this harder punch, it prevents this backup plate to be get inserted or pushed into the this punch holder plate. Okay, so this is another advantage of the use of backup plate, which prevent the hardened punch being pushed into the softer punch holder and try to become loosen their position. Okay, so it's a criteria for use whether we are going to use the backup plate or not. It depend upon the compressive stresses, guys. Okay, so if the stresses are exceeding than your the permissible limit as 245 MPa, then you have to produce or you have to introduce the backup plate in between the punch plate and punch holder. Okay, and whether if the stress is not exceeding your 245 MPa, then there is no needed to use the backup plate. Okay, so this is an important key parameter while considering whether use the backup plate or not. Okay, and there is one thumb rule for that, guys. uh, a backup plate is used whenever the punch diameter your punch diameter is less than the 4 times the stock thickness. What is the thumb rule? You can use the backup plate whenever the punch diameter is less than the 4 times to the stock thickness. Okay, so 40 if your punch diameter PD is less than the 40 oh, then you can use the backup plate. Okay, and another thumb rule is that if your thickness of stock is thinner, okay, then you can use the 3 mm backup plate. Okay, and if your stock strip is thicker, then you can use the 6 mm. Sorry. Okay. दिसते ना पीपीटी गाईज? चुकीने ते खाली मिनिमाइज होऊन गेलं होतं. Okay, so the thickness should be range from 3 mm to 6 mm for thinner and thicker stocks respectively. So whenever you are going to use thinner metal strip, then if stress is greater than 240 MPa, you can use 3 mm thickness metal plate, or if you are going to use thicker metal strip. Yes, any doubt? Sir, slide दिसत नाही. आता दिसतंय ना?
हा सर दिसतंय.
Okay, so then you can use a 6 mm thicker backup plate. Okay, so this is all about the your backup plate, whether it is used or not used. Okay, it depends upon the compressive stresses. And what is the minimum length? Minimum criteria is when your punch force is exceeding the 245 MPa, then you can use your backup plate. Okay, and if it is not exceeding, then you can free to for not using the backup plate. Okay, and another thumb rule is also, if you note it down, it is not mentioned in your PPT that backup plate is to be used when the punch diameter is less than the 4 times of your sheet thickness. Okay, then you have to use the backup plate. Okay, if any doubt, please ask, raise your hand. Okay, otherwise we are moving further. Okay, so this is all about your punch, regarding the punch. So in punch design we saw what is punch. Okay, so types of punches: simple punch, pedestal punch. Then we saw the your punch calculations. Then shader type of punches we saw. Okay, then we saw the different fastening process for punches, and lastly we next we saw the your backup plate. Okay, why it is important and how you can, whether it is used or not. Next is your guys, most important criteria is sheet metal layout. Okay, uh, so sheet metal layout, just a minute guys. Okay, whether any terminology is left behind. Plug injection पण झालेलं आहे. Yes, guys, डायट डिझाईन मध्ये एक टॉपिक राहिला आपला, स्ट्रिपर प्लेट डिझाईन. स्ट्रिपर प्लेटचा हे राहिलंय की हाऊ यू कॅन design the stripper plate according to your application. Okay, strip layout हा दुसरा टॉपिक आहे, पण अजून आपण टर्मिनॉलॉजीज वरच आहे. आय थिंक इट इज नॉट मिसिंग इन माय स्लाइड. ओके, स्ट्रिपर प्लेटचा आपण उद्याच्या क्लासला मी कव्हर करून घेईल. ओके, आणि काही सुटलं असेल त्याच्यामधलं तर ते बघून घेईल. येस, स्ट्रिपर्स राहिले. ओके, सो हाऊ द स्ट्रिपर प्लेट्स आर डिझाईन and manufacture for the particular application. Okay, अजून काही राहिलं का मला बघू द्या. छोटे छोटे काही टॉपिक्स आहेत. स्टॉक, युअर स्ट्रिप स्टॉक जे आहेत ते राहिलेलं आहे, ते पण घेऊन टाकू वाटलं. हे राहून गेलं यार, म्हणजे याच्यात नाही, लक्षात नाही. अजून आपण काय टर्मिनॉलॉजी पाहिली होती की स्ट्रिपरच्या रिलेटेडच टर्मिनॉलॉजी आहे की स्ट्रिपर गाईड, स्ट्रिप गाईड. ओके, ठीक आहे, होऊन जातील. एका उद्याच्या क्लासमध्ये मी घेऊन गेली. डाय सेट झालेला आहे आपला, डाय ओपनिंग झालेला आहे, डाय ब्लॉक झालेला आहे, पोस्टर प्लेट झालेला आहे. ठीक आहे, सो एकच टर्मिनॉलॉजी राहिली गाईज, स्ट्रिपर प्लेट. आणि स्ट्रिपर प्लेटच्या रिलेटेड जे आहे की स्ट्रिप स्टॉप. ओके, स्ट्रिप गाईड या दोन ज्या बारीक बारीक छोट्या छोट्या टॉपिक आहेत ते आपण कव्हर करून घेऊ. नाउ लेट्स look for the sheet metal layout. Okay, so for a particular press working operation or blanking operation or your piercing operation, how you can make the layout of your sheet, okay, to prepare a proper blank or proper pierce cut product. Okay, so sheet metal layout is an important parameter to be considered, okay, while using a sheet metal operation on a press machine. Okay, so see, it is an important requirement in planning the sheet metal operation to prepare and proper layout of design. Okay, so see the example. This is the figure. So just look at this figure. This is a circular hole to be cut. So proper arrangement
सर
of
स्लाइड नहीं है.
आता दिसताय?
हो सर.
So proper arrangement of location of this circle to be cut. Okay, so the different terminology of sheet metal layout is shown in figure. Just go through that for 1 minute. Okay, what is front scrap, backup scrap, back scrap, scrap bridge, advance, WH. Okay, so sheet metal layout, guys, the in whatever, this is the first step actually, we can say, while designing the any blanking die set. Okay, because according to the layout or according to the shape of your uh, strip or a product, we design this our all die block, die set, die opening, then your punch. So this is the first step, I think, in design of any blanking die or piercing die. Okay, so this is called as a strip layout, where the position of the workpieces in the strip and their orientation with respect to another is shown. Okay, and some important guys factors are also we have to consider while designing the strip layout, or we can say the factor which influence the stock layout. Okay, we have to consider that. So the factors which are influence these strip layouts are economy of material, direction of material grain or fiber, third is strip or coil stock, then four is direction of burr, press, which press you are using, that is also important, and this is the last one is die cost. Okay, so total there are 6 to 7 factors which are influence the strip layout. Okay, so a proper stock layout is essential in order to decide how the blank will be cut from the your sheet stock in the best way. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so this is the important part. Okay, while planning blanking operation, for example, it is necessary to provide a suitable clearance between the adjacent blank and edge of the blank, edge of the last blank, or edge of the strip to prevent the metal being drawn between the punch and die. That's why this layout, see, this layout is shown. Okay, so this is a distance between the first blank from the this first edge of the sheet, that is called as a scrap bridge B. Okay, then how much this distance will be there? Okay, then this back scrap distance A means this is a side distance from the your edges of the sheet metal to your shape of the blank. Okay, this is a next is C distance, which is called as a advance, means as the punch pierces this part, your sheet is going to feed. Okay, forward, moving forward. So this is a advance. This is also called as a feed. Okay, so this is a C is feed. Okay, so how much this feed is there required, you can calculate. Okay, so this is important. Then again, uh, distance between blank, first blank to your next blank, this is also a scrap bridge, which is same as this is a first edge to first blank. Okay, so this is uh, maintained at the same distance in each consecutive blanks. Okay, see, so these are some terminologies regarding the sheet layout, where A, B, C are the three terminology are given. W is the total width of your sheet. Okay, and H is the height of your blank, and T is your thickness, sheet metal thickness. Okay, and capital L is a total length of suppose 1 unit length of a strip, or total length of your strip. Okay, so leading edge to trailing edge. So this is a proper uh, strip sheet metal layout is required for the your minimum, you can say, for a minimum scrap to be retained. Okay, so you have to design a blank or metal sheet layout according to that. Okay, so first, which is factor, is depending upon is the economy of your material. See the guys, ABC figure दिसताय तुम्हाला सर्वांना, right? So
हो सर.
yes, so the different ways of arranging to blank the given workpiece are shown. Okay, so see the figure 1. So figure 1 can be work shows the single pass or single row. Okay, so you can create a blank using a single pass using the single row design. Okay, now next come to the strip number B, or some B second layout. So strip would be either have a fade twice, म्हणजे 2 वेळा तुम्हाला हे फेड करावं लागेल पंच च्या अगेन्स्ट. ओके, सो फर्स्ट पास मध्ये पहिला लेयर मेटल शीट करेल, आणि सेकंड पास मध्ये खालचा रो मटेरियल ब्लँक करेल. ओके, so you have to fade this strip, which is shown in figure B, twice. Okay, once for each row for or double blanking. So this you can employ this kind of your strip layout to cut this particular profile. Okay, so the percentage material utilization may be increased somewhat in case number B, okay, than this figure A. Okay, now next is your figure number C. It is also called as a your stock nesting. Okay, so this see the changes in figure number C. It similar, it is acts as a single pass or single row. Okay, so it shows the single pass, sorry, single row double pass strip. Okay, and that's why it is called as a stock nesting. Here the strip you will have to pass through the die once, then you have to turn over that sheet, and again pass through the your die in second time. Okay, so the nesting considerably reduce the scrap, guys, than this layout number A and layout number B. Okay, so this is a different layout showing the proper arrangement of this your blank, and what is the aim of this sheet metal layout is the minimum percentage of scrap should be remain there. Okay, so it will affect the cost also. Okay, so but sometime it depend upon your mass production also, guys. Whenever there are the mass production, then this sheet stock nesting type of arrangement is not always a right choice. Okay, so it depend upon the your production, large number of parts to be produced. Okay, so that factor is also we have to taken care. Okay, and another is thumb rule is also given that the to prevent this scrap from twisting and wedging between the punch and die, that the distance must be, whatever the distances are given must be increased with the material thickness, guys. जे पण तुमचं distances आहे A, B, C, whatever. Okay, so to prevent the scrap from twisting and wedging between the punch and die, the distance must be increased with the material thickness. Okay, and how much you can increase is the thumb rule is says that it at least 1.5 times of the your metal thickness. Okay, so remember this thing. Let's see the distances now one by one. Okay, so this is the T is called as a stock thickness. A is what? A distance between the edge of strip and the blank, called the front and back scrap. Okay, so A is calculated with this formula. See, T plus 0.015 H. H is the height of your blank. Okay, so in this way, with this formula, you can calculate the A. Okay, so you have to put the thickness of sheet and the particular height of that your blank. You can get the distance A. Next is what? Distance B. So distance B, what says? The distance between the nearest point of the blank and also the distance between the edge of the blank and edge of the strip, called scrap bridge. See, so this is a back scrap A distance we calculated. What is the formula? T plus 0.015 H. H is a blank height. And next is scrap bridge, a distance from the starting edge, okay, of the lead edge to the your blank, plus first blank to next blank distance, okay, plus last blank to the your trailing edge distance. So all this is a scrap bridge, and scrap bridge can now here it is calculated by the thumb rule, and it is shown in the table. Okay, see, so the material is depend upon the material thickness, which is in mm. If this is a range from 0.8 to 3.2 mm thickness, so 0.8, then you use the B distance 0.8. Okay, then 0.8 to 3.2, it is the B distance exactly equal to the T, means thickness of your sheet. Okay, and over the sheet thickness which is above the 3.2, it is exactly at a 3.2 mm. Is the B distance you have to take. Minimum 3.2 distance should be taken for the proper layout of your strip. Okay, so this is the B distance. Next come to the your C, which is die advance or lead of die, or it is also called as a feed. Okay, so it is distance from a point of on one blank two corresponding point on the next blank, means it is feeding the blank, one blank to another blank under the punch. Okay, and it is calculated as W plus B. So W is a what? Length, width of your thickness, width of your strip, and plus your B. What is B, guys? B is a scrap bridge. Okay, so in this way you can calculate this feed. Okay, and next is, so these are the total three distances and three formulas are given. Okay, for B we have to use a thumb rule and there is a table for that. Okay, next what is it remain is number of blanks to be produced in a one length of stock. Okay, that is also important part, and how much number of blanks you have to produce from one stock, or how much number of blanks you will get from the 1 unit length of stock. The formula is like this: n is calculated is equal to capital L minus B. So L is the total length of the strip, minus B is a scrap bridge distance by the feed. Okay, S is a feed. So in this way you have to calculate, you can understand how the number of blanks you can produce from a 1 unit length of stock. Okay, so from this formula you will get the all these formulas you have to taken care for designing any strip layout. Okay, whether it is a circular hole or it is a rectangular hole. Okay, or whatever the profile. Okay, in general, guys, softer metals requires a larger spacing because it try to, why it is required, guys, because uh, these softer material try to gain or there is a more slug formation is there. Okay, that's why it is consider that for this softer material the more distances, uh, more spacings is given or larger spacing you can given. Okay, and another is if you using the thinner metal sheet, then also you have to keep the distances larger. Okay, so for the softer material you have to taking the largest distance spacing, and for thinner material also you are using the, you have to taken care for the larger spacing. Okay, now from this n formula, guys, from this n formula, please tell me the whatever the scrap remaining at the end of one length of strip. Calculate करू शकता? The scrap remaining at the end of one length of strip. What is the formula? Can anybody guess? From the formula of n, number of blanks to be produced. Okay, and you have that formula. So guys, तो पण मी तुम्हाला याच्यात दाखवेल, पण लिहून घ्या तुम्हाला ज्याला लिहिता आलं त्याला. Okay, so we can denote it by any x or y. Okay, which is scrap is equal to, guys, L, capital L is a total length of strip minus in bracket ns, ns is number of blanks into your feed plus b is a scrap bridge. So this is a formula where you can predict the scrap remaining at the end of one length, which is a formula y is equal to capital L minus in bracket n into s plus b. Okay, this is a, this much of scrap will be remain at the one end of length of strip. Okay, so this is all about the economy of your um, material. Okay, where the proper layout is important. Okay, next is your, what is the factor influence. Yeah, guys, दिसत नव्हतं का स्लाइड? हॅलो, स्लाइड दिसतात ना?
नाही सर.
नाही दिसत आहे सर.
नाही दिसत आहे, चेक करा आता.
नाही दिसत आहे.
दिसत आहे?
नो सर.
नाही सर.
रिफ्रेश करा एकदा. आता गेला असेल, आता दिसत नाहीये.
नाही सर.
नाही दिसत आहे.
हा, आता
नाही दिसत आहे सर.
नाही सर.
गाईज दिसते का आता?
हो सर.
हा, ठीक आहे. सो कुठे राहिले का तुम्ही? बॅक कुठे पर्यंत होतो आपण?
आता नाही दिसत आहे सर.
आता
नाही.
दिसत असेल, आता चेक करा.
नाही सर.
Recording is on.
ठीक आहे. अभिजित नंतर आता बाकीच्यांनी सर्वांनी चॅट मध्ये बघा, तुम्हाला अटेंडन्स द्यायची आहे. ठीक आहे, चलो सायमल्टेनियसली आपण बघू की पुढचा काय टॉपिक आहे. So next important factor which is influence the strip layout are the direction of material grain or fiber. Okay, so guys, direction of material grain, this factor is to be considered if the cut blanks have to be undergo any subsequent operation, okay, such as bending or deep drawing. So when you are going to consider this factor, when the operations of bending, okay, is considered, or deep drawing, then you have to consider this factor, or this factor may influence your layout of strip. And why it is so? Because when the strip metal sheet metal strips are rolled in mill, ओके, तुम्हाला एक व्हिडिओ पाठवला होता जस्ट क्लास सुरू होण्याच्या आधी, त्याच्यामध्ये दाखवलं की शीट मेटल कशा बनवलेल्या आहे. ओके, so that is a hot roll process. Okay, and when that metal strips are rolled in mill, okay, so a fiber is produced guys in the direction of strip length. म्हणजे जी आपली कॅपिटल एल आहे त्या डायरेक्शनने त्या फायबर तशा त्या मटेरियलचे ग्रेन्स जे आहे फायबर ते त्या तयार होतात. ओके, so during the subsequent bending operation what happen, we bend a particular blank or at a particular section to obtain the maximum strength from that bend parts. ओके, जसं की वी बेंडिंग मध्ये आणि एज बेंडिंग मध्ये we bend that strip metal. Okay, so whenever you that sheet metal strip roll through that mill, the fiber generally produce in direction of the strip length. Okay, and this fiber producing along the strip length, it helps in a bending part to give the maximum strength to that part. Okay, so the bend should be made across the strip, and the bending angle is about the 90 degree. Okay, to the fiber, म्हणजे फायबरला परपेंडिक्युलर तुम्ही शीट मेटल बेंड करायची आहे, then you will get the maximum strength in that bend part. Okay, so that's why this direction of material grain is important factor which influence the your sheet metal layout. Okay, but it's only limited to your bending and your whenever your operation perform bending and deep drawing. Okay. Next is your strip and coil stock, guys. Strip and coil stock. सो स्ट्रीप और कॉईल म्हणजे काय की एक फ्लॅट स्ट्रीप आपण यूज करणार ऍज अ स्टॉक म्हणून आणि काही वेळेस कॉईल म्हणजे एखाद्या जी आपली शीट मेटलची जी हे आहे शीट मेटल आहे ते एखाद्या राऊंडला गोल करून स्टॉक केला जातो. ओके, इन अ कॉईल फॉर्म मध्ये. सो
सर पीपीटी दिसत नाहीये.
आता बघा,
नाही.
चेक करा.
नाही सर.
चेक दिसते आता? दिसते ना?
नाही सर. नाही.
अरे आता बघा,
नाही
दिसते?
सर. नाही सर, नाही दिसत.
नऊ दिसते का आता?
हो सर.
ठीक आहे. सो डायरेक्शन ऑफ मटेरियल ग्रेन आपण बघितलं. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज युअर स्ट्रीप अँड कॉईल पण बघितलं. सो आपण तेच बघत होतो. स्ट्रीप अँड कॉईल मध्ये काय होतं की युअर स्ट्रीप इज वी यूज ॲज अ सिंगल होल वन स्ट्रीप. ओके, अँड इट इज स्टोअर्ड ॲट इन अ लॅमिनेटेड फॉर्म म्हणजे ओव्हर द वन on another. Okay, and another is coil one where your sheet metal is rolled to particular plunger and it is stored in a coil manner. Okay, याचा एक व्हिडिओ मी वाटलं तुम्हाला पाठवून दिले याच्यानंतर. ओके, सो that also affects the your layout of strip. Okay, so when the coil stock म्हणजे जो कॉईल केलेला स्टॉक तुम्ही यूज करतात, so it's required a decoiling and recoiling of the stock every time. म्हणजे पहिले काय करायचं की पहिले त्याला कॉईल करायचा म्हणजे गोल राऊंड एकावर एक रोल करत जायचं आणि नंतर तो रोल जो आहे तो फीड करायचा प्रेसला, मग तो परत रिकॉईल करतो. ओके, सो दिस इज अ व्हेरी एक्सपेन्सिव्ह प्रोसेस अँड इट्स ऑल्सो affects your whatever the layout of your strip. Okay, but some advantage are also with that, or you can use this coil stock when the production is very high, means continuous production is required, then you can use the coil stock. Okay, and when the thinner metal sheets are employed म्हणजे ड्यू टू द आता कॉईल केव्हा होईल त्या शीट मेटलचा जेव्हा तो थिन शीट असतील तेव्हा त्याचा स्टॉक कॉईल होईल. ओके, सो वेन थिनर मेटल शीट्स आर एम्प्लॉयड यू कॅन यूज अ कॉईल स्टॉक. देन स्टॉक नीड्स टू बी पास थ्रू ओनली डाय ओनली वन्स म्हणजे एकदाच तो तुम्हाला त्या याच्या खालून पास करायचा आहे. जसं की लेआउट नंबर आपला बघा हा, आता ए जो लेआउट आहे गाईज, तर ए लेआउट आणि बी लेआउट हे फक्त दोन लेआउट तुम्ही यूज करू शकतात कोणत्या केसमध्ये, इफ युअर शीट मेटल इज इन अ कॉइल स्टॉक म्हणजे ओनली दिस स्ट्रीप इज पास थ्रू द डाय ओनली ऍट वन. ओके, फक्त एकदाच ती त्या स्ट्रीप पंच खालून आणि डाय वरून जाणार आहे. दॅट टाइम यू हॅव टू यूज दिस ए अँड बी टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रीप लेआउट. सो दिस इज अगेन अ लिमिटेशन. ओके, जर तुम्हाला सी टाईप वापरायचं असेल तर ते वापरता येणार नाही, कारण की कंटिन्युअस तुमची जी कॉईल रोल आहे तो रोल कंटिन्युअस असतो आणि तो खूप मोठा असतो. तो परत रिपीट करून बॅक करून यूज करणं ते इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ओके, सो इन दॅट केस there is a limitation because the stock needs to be passed through the die only once. Okay, so these are some terms related to coil stock. And when we come to the strip stock, म्हणजे एक स्ट्रीप म्हणजे कसं आहे की पर्टिक्युलर एल बाय डब्ल्यू दिलेला आहे आणि ती स्ट्रीप तुम्हाला दिलेली आहे. जसं की तुम्ही याची स्ट्रीप पाहिली, आपले कारपेंटर जेव्हा आपण तुम्ही हे घ्यायला जातात, प्लायवूड घ्यायला जातात, बघितले तुम्ही. सो प्लायवूड कसं फिक्स लेंथ आणि डायमेन्शनचा असतो. सो इन दिस सेम वे द स्ट्रीप stocks are there. Okay, and these strip stocks are used when there is a production is at a lower level, म्हणजे there is a not a mass production. Okay, and if the thickness of that sheet metal is maximum, means thicker sheet metals are used, or you can use a sheet metal thickness up to 6 mm, then you have to use a strip stock type. Okay, and advantage is you can use this stock nesting, म्हणजे you can arrange your sheet metal layout in this shown in figure C. Okay, so what is the advantage of this strip type of stock over the coiled stock? The scrap is getting minimum. Okay, so percentage of scrap is minimum in case of stock, your strip stock and coil stock. So this is particular, there are advantage and limitation. Where the mass production and continuous production is required, we have to use the coil stock, and where we have to use a lower production, you can use your strip type of stock. Okay, so this is a strip and stock mention factor which influence the strip layout. Okay, so next is your press use, guys. So during the production planning, press has to be assigned to the operation. Okay, and die. Therefore whatever the strip layout has to be such that it allows the die to design within the press capacity. Okay, so तुमचा लेआउट जो तसा तुम्ही बनवणार आहे त्या लेआउटच्या हिशोबाने, जसं की फिगर नंबर ए मध्ये बघा आणि फिगर बी मध्ये बघा. आता या फिगरला तुमचा जो डाय आहे गाईज, ओके, आणि फिगर नंबर बी, फिगर ए, बी आणि सी तिघे बघा, त्याच्यामध्ये वेगवेगळ्या अरेंजमेंट दिलेले आहेत. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन दी, परत दिसत नसेल आता, दिसतंय?
हो सर.
हा, ठीक आहे, ते चुकून खाली चालले जाते. ओके, so this press is an important parameter which press you are going to use. Okay, so you have to design, it allows the die to be designed within the press capacity. Okay, so the shear mechanism जो आपण बघितला होता guys, okay, that is also come forward in the your parameter press. Okay, so what is the maximum cutting force acting within the press capacity, किती shearing force लागणार आहे आपल्याला त्याच्यावर, so that is also a important parameter. Okay, also आता स्ट्रीप लेआउट तुमचा आहे. ओके, सो तुमची जी विड्थ आहे स्ट्रीपची गाईज, ओके, सो ती विड्थ तुमचं प्रॉपर फिट झाली पाहिजे त्या प्रेसवर पण, म्हणजे तिचा जो बेड आहे. ओके, सो द बेड एरिया ऑफ दॅट प्रेस is also an important factor while considering any particular press for your operation. So bed area is another factor while considering the press. ओके, तर तो बेड एरिया प्रॉपर पाहिजे, ते तुमचा लेआउटला व्यवस्थित तेवढा आला पाहिजे तो लेआउट त्या बेड एरियावर, त्या प्रेस मशीनच्या. ओके, सो आता बेड एरिया आणि स्ट्रीप लेआउट याच्यामध्ये जे रिलेशन, त्याच्यावर तर खूप म्हणजे एक्सपिरियन्स वर्कर जो आहे तो सांगू शकतो. ओके, सो ऑल दीज फॅक्टर्स कम इन टू द प्रेस बेस. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज डायरेक्शन ऑफ बर. ओके, आता डायरेक्शन ऑफ बर म्हणजे आपण शियर मेकॅनिझम मध्ये बर पाहिलेलं होतं. and where it is produced exactly at the lower end of the sheet thickness. Okay, where it is fracture is happen, and just below that fracture there is a burr. Okay, and that burr is depend upon also the clearance between the punch and die. Okay, so when the sheet metal is cut in a die, the burr is produced on the die side. Okay, जो खालचा die side आहे त्याच्यावर of the your scrap strip, and on the punch side of the blank also, म्हणजे दोघीकडे तयार होतो. Okay, and if the burr has to be in the hidden side, that means there is a hidden side, means you can say exactly below the your closing of relief angle of the die. Okay, so that time it is very expensive to remove that burr. Okay, so this direction of burr is also important while considering the your stripping layout. म्हणजे त्या स्ट्रिप लेआउट मध्ये तुमचा burr वन साइडला येतोय का, डाय साइडला येतोय का, एखाद्या कोणत्या दुसऱ्या हिडन साइडला येतोय, that is a important part. Okay, so to control the position of burr may limit the stock layout arrangement, guys. So this strip layout, your stock layout arrangement is limited by the direction of this burr where it is produced. Okay, but generally जे आपण ड्रॉइंग किंवा पियर्सिंग करतो, these burrs are generally produced in a downward direction. Okay, so that is the term it is called as a burr down. Okay, so this is another important factor which limits your layout of the or limit your layout stock arrangement. Okay, and what is our minimum what is your main factor we have to consider? We have to minimum scrap should be minimum, and we have to utilize a full metal strip. Okay, next is your die cost. See, direction of burr, press use झालं, die cost, right? So die cost is another factor which you can say while taking care of the strip layout, right? So for the higher production, the die cost is higher because for higher production you are going to use a hardened steel material. Okay, so it obviously increases your cost of your die. Okay, and second, when your die cost will be higher, cutting more than the once at a time, म्हणजे cutting more than one at a time, particularly when cutting extremely complicated blanks. The shape of your blank is important in that case. Okay, and repetitive mannerly तुमचं जर cycle चालू असतील, then every time you have to resharpen that die opening. Okay, and if the die shape, blank shape is complicated, then we have to increase the cost of resharpening of that die. Okay, that's why this is a die cost is also important parameter while considering the any strip layout. Okay, so guys, any doubt please ask. Again I will able to explain you. If you have any doubt please ask, otherwise we have to close our session. Thank you. जास्त वेळ झालाय आज मला असं वाटतंय. अटेंडन्स घेतली अभिजित?
हो सर.
हॅलो, हा ठीक आहे गाईज. तो एनी डाऊट प्लीज आस्क. बरंच झालंय आज, तुम्हाला तर एखादा 2 प्रश्न आलेच पाहिजे गाईज, कंपल्सरी. नेक्स्ट क्लासमध्ये आपण स्ट्रिपर प्लेटचे डिझाईन, नंतर स्ट्रिप गाईड, स्ट्रिप स्टॉक ते आपण कव्हर करू. नो डाऊट.
सर परमिसेबल स्ट्रेस लिमिट किती आहे?
पंच कॅल्क्युलेशन
परमिसेबल स्ट्रेस लिमिट जी आहे ती गाईज म्हणजे 950 MPa दिलेली आहे. आता ते कसं दिलेलं आहे की एका पुस्तकामध्ये आहे प्रोडक्शन.
सर पण ते स्मॉल पंच साठी ना, हेवी पंच साठी किती असू शकते?
मॅक्सिमम असू शकते ना ती. म्हणजे ते आता डिपेंड अपॉन द चार्ट. आता जी मशीन तुम्ही मॅन्युफॅक्चर करतो जो पण तो त्या फॅक्टर ऑफ सेफ्टीनुसार त्या मॅक्सिमम परमिसेबल स्ट्रेंथ त्या याच्यावर देऊन टाकतो गाईज. ओके.
आणि
सो
सर जे बॅकअप प्लेट असतं ते कोणत्या मटेरियलचं असतं सर?
हार्डन स्टीलचंच असतं ते पण.
हार्डन स्टील का?
हा, हार्डन स्टीलच बॅकअप प्लेट.
थँक्यू सर.
हार्डन स्टील मटेरियल असतो किंवा तुमचा कोणतं मटेरियल होतं अजून आपलं? कास्ट स्टील.
कास्टिंग.
येस. बिकॉज इट प्रिव्हेंट्स, म्हणजे आपलं मटेरियल पण पंचचा पण हार्ड आहे बरोबर.
हां.
सो इट ट्राय टू प्रिव्हेंट इट गेट इन्सर्टेड इन टू अ पंच होल्डर. ओके. कारण की पंच होल्डर तुम्ही हार्डन मटेरियलचा नाही यूज करणार, कारण की प्रत्येक वेळेस जर हार्डन मटेरियल यूज केलं तर तुमचा कॉस्टिंग पण वाढून जाते. दॅट्स वाय.
थँक्यू सर.
अजून गाईज? नो डाऊट. एक अजून एक क्वेश्चन विचारा. गायब झाले का रे गर्ल्स? सो क्लोज करतो मग सेशन. अभिजित?
सर ते सबमिशनचं कसं MDCचं मॅम म्हणत होते की 5 ॲटोकॅडवर करायच्या आणि 5 शीटवर करायच्या.
म्हणजे त्या